Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And he is leveled. Knocked down hard. Right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And on 2nd and 10 now. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. And I know it seems like we say this a lot in broadcast booths, but a quarterback can hold on to the football too long in these situations. I think he did right there.
Oh, I agree with you totally. Sometimes you have to understand situations. Get rid of the football, save some yardage, to make it less to gain for the next down. Instead, he was so hipped on ball security, he held on to it and took a big sack.
Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And Jeffrey's got it. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Down they run with Howard. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
The play clock's running down. On 2nd down, Trubisky. He's got a man open. It's Cameron Meredith. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
They'll set up the screen to Howard. And now running right through him. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Jordan Howard, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bears have taken the early lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need to rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Now here's Bryant to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Bridgewater now on 2nd down. Open here, Adam Thielen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards that time for number 19. Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. The left side caught by Diggs. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
A second down throw for Bridgewater. And this is Cook with a grab. A good pickup there, a 22. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a long night.
And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12. Now it's a bootleg with Bridgewater. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. On 3rd down, Bridgewater. Screen play, McKinnon. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second, it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
I can remember a game here in Chicago a few years back. It was so blustery that Robbie Gould tried a field goal and just about kicked it out of bounds. Once that wind starts coming in off Lake Michigan, it can cause havoc in the kicking game.
The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
They go with Howard to begin the drive. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. 8 yards still remaining here on 3rd down. So certainly not what they were hoping for, especially on the road. Their starter forced to the locker room, and they'll turn it over to the NC State product, Mike Glennon. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you Laddie?
He called me Laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. And the Vikings now heading on to the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their...
Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. He just joined the double-digit party with that last pick. He now has 10 on the season.
And that takes a great amount of skill, study, a tad bit of luck. But bottom line, he's had a heck of a season.
So after the missed long field goal attempt, this offense set up nicely at the 44-yard line.
Hurry up, here we go. Boom, Detroit, Detroit. Watch it now, Barney, Barney. Watch it now, Barney, Barney. Here we go now. Boom, landed.
Glennon hands this one to Howard. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
Now Glennon. And this is complete to Zach Miller. And now Miller hit, and he fumbles. And the Vikings pick up the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And last time, 1-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's called winning at the point of attack, isn't it? Right there at the line of scrimmage. I know he's a little bummed out now. He doesn't get credit for a tackle for a loss, but no gain, his guys will take that.
And speaking of winning, to be as cheesy as we can, he was the winner of the NFC Defensive Player of the Week award from last week, so he's really stringing together some good football.
So not only did he get a gold star, he might have gotten a gold watch too, huh?
That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Bridgewater. And Diggs has it. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. First down, here's the run with Cook. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. 2nd down, Bridgewater. Out to his left. And some room to work. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. To throw is Bridgewater. A dump down to McKenna. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Throwing, Bridgewater. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. 20, 10, and they will score. A pick six for a Bears touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Time for our first check of the NFL scoreboard. And it's the NFC champs, the Falcons, that have moved down to an early advantage. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. And it's good to make it 14-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at the 3. And he's got some space here. A big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, Vikings. Jerick McKinnon, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork, to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive.
Detroit! Hurry up, here we go! Over!
They go play action here on first down. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Glennon gives to Howard on the draw. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there to swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain. Marcus Wheaton was the one he was looking for. And it's third down.
Okay, let's decide here. He was open, right? Not extraordinarily open, but open enough that if you're an NFL quarterback,
yeah,
you got to make that throw, right?
Yeah.
That's got to be completed.
9 times out of 10, that's a completed pass.
Yeah, he missed that one and missed it in a big way.
Glennon. That's complete to Meredith. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Here we go now. Green 39.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Dumps that off to his running back, Jordan Howard. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Over. Watch it now, Barney. Gun. Hot. No. Check. Patriot. Hot.
They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Meanwhile, a second quarter score from Carolina. An early lead in that game for the Falcons. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out.
Black 99 Philly. Here we go. Here we go. Blue 90. Leopard. Detroit. Let's go. Detroit. Green 39.
This is Howard on 2nd down. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. The Bears on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Set. 319. 319. Black 99 Philly. Here we go. Set. Watch it now, Barney. Black 99 Philly. Here we go.
Again, it's Howard. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And his kick is absolutely perfect. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the 3rd. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Here's Bridgewater. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Handoff comes to Cook. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
To throw, Bridgewater. And his throw here's incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Michael Floyd. And it's 3rd down.
So many qualities coaches tick off when they talk about, hey, what it was going to take to make an excellent quarterback. Accuracy has to rank near the top of every list.
Talk about arm strength, that's great. Mobility, great. But you need that accuracy in there. That one well in front of his man.
Yeah, now they got to face a big 3rd down.
Now Bridgewater. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
They'll set up to throw. Trying to get it to Wheaton, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And some space here. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. Forbath out to kick this one away. On the return, here's DeAndrew White. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful of not being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on second down. They're going to look to throw. Jeffrey with a catch left side. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
They'll set up the screen to Howard. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now back to throw. That's complete to Jeffrey. And a big collision there. He's hit and knocked backward at the 47-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Fresh set of downs here. They'll run it now out of the gun. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They go with Howard again. And some room to roam now. And now Jordan Howard slow to get to his feet, so they will stop play here. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
Detroit! Detroit! Here we go now. Blue, no. Check. Patriot. Leopard.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Meredith. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. Looking around the league from Raymond James Stadium, they're in the 3rd quarter in Tampa. And as of now, folks, it's the Niners who have the lead there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. They'll need to get the play off quickly. They'll look to throw. The quick slant caught. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Cameron Meredith, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears will extend their lead. Bryant now to tack on the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is a defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
First down throw for Bridgewater. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now at Soldier Field. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the fourth. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll be knocked down sideways. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give them a lot of confidence to help turn things around. Here's Ryan Quigley now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And a great move on the play as he takes this one past the 25. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be a second down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon. But with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Glennon going to give this one to Cohen. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Again, it's Cohen. Oh, he's got some breathing room. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Red zone opportunity.
Now let's go. Over. Detroit. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56 now. Barney.
They try again with Cohen. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead. Here's Bryant for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Now here's Bryant to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Vikings. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
His throw incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So incomplete on first. Let's see what 2nd down has in store. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Left side caught by Diggs. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at 2nd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary can really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
A 2nd down throw for Bridgewater. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Eddie Goldman in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Third and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. And they're going to go soft on the corners. Third and long for Bridgewater. It's brought in by Floyd. And he's brought down, but not before getting across midfield to the 45. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. From the gun, Bridgewater. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Pernell McPhee in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. A 2nd down throw for Bridgewater. Going deep for Diggs. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call. And you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all that yardage. That would be a big play.
The Vikings on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Screen play, McKinnon. And now the ball's out, fumbled near midfield. And this is picked up by the Bears. The 30, past the 20. And he will score. that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. You talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
Bryant now to tack on the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Second down, Bridgewater. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Throwing, Bridgewater. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
On second down, Bridgewater again. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Akeem Hicks in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Third and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. Bridgewater to throw it. Now a desperation throw deep down, and that's caught inside the 35. Give him 35 yards there on the third down conversion. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there. They always say that real estate is about location. Well, guess what? When it's a slant route, the quick ones, timing, timing, timing. Got to be able to lead your man with the football.
And the timing off right there, threw it behind him. Throwing again, Bridgewater on 2nd and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Bridgewater. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. From the red zone now, Bridgewater. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. And again, it's Bridgewater. Flushed out right. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
The Vikings on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 7. Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. They'll run for it with Cook. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. And now it's 2nd and goal. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A great effort there with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. And they will line up now for the 2-point try. Throwing is Bridgewater. Forced out to his left. And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit. They're on to the 4th quarter now, by the way, at Bank of America Stadium in Carolina. And the Falcons, they wind up winning that one. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. A win would be just their 2nd of the year if they could hold on. And this is going to be taken in by the Bears, and it appears they're going to win this game. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for Chicago, the win moves them to 8-7 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the New York Jets come to town. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, their playoff hopes take a big hit as they fall to 8-7. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Atlanta Falcons come to town. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Bears get the win at home as we say so long from Soldier Field.